Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by James Butzer of Hartland Wrestling and Hartland Football. How's it going?
Good. How are you, Casey?
Doing well. How is wrestling going?
It's going pretty good. The teams started off two wins already. I started off pretty good. We're every day in the practice room, we're getting at it and working to get better.
Yeah, a lot of you guys have really just kind of come into your own. This is you got another special group here, with Jake, the Abbeys, you and Easton Culver and all those guys. What makes this team so special right now?
I feel like it's just the bond we have with each other. Like, everyone's super close with each other. Like, we all go out to eat after weigh-ins. We just are close and we talk a lot. So I feel like the bond is one thing that really brings us together.
Yeah. It's just like, I know what I mean, wrestling is a team sport, but it's also, an individual sport at the same times. But, how do you like balance like when the team's not having a good day but you are, but you're, does it kind of help the team when different people are having success, even though like the overall you guys aren't doing well?
Yeah, I feel like if the team's not really doing good and the kid that's up or the kid that's wrestling currently gets a pin, it really boosts us and gets the next guy going and just keeps rolling and just rolls like a snowball into the next.
Yeah. Um, most memorable match that you've had.
Ever?
Yeah, why not?
Mm, I don't know. I can't pick one out.
Okay. Um, I think so you got the next, when is your next match, by the way?
Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's
what's that? That invitational or something?
it's just like a KLA duel.
Okay. So I know you had this big invite with a lot of these teams and you had a lot of success. I think you picked up some wins, I think.
Yeah, I took second. Yeah.
What was that like to have a pretty successful day down at your home turf?
Oh yeah. Yeah. 2 weekends ago, we were at Dundee, really big tournament. I took second at that one. There was a lot of really good teams there. Dundee, Lowell, Goodrich. Good competition gets me better, gets me ready for the state meet. And then this past weekend, I took first, and picking up the wins, getting toward closer to my 100th win is just really, really feeling good,
What
especially for my career.
what would it mean for you to get 100 wins?
Uh, Man, it would mean a lot. Like my whole high school career of wrestling, just um, really all bundled down to that. Getting 100 wins would just make it all the practice and all the hard work, the sweat and tears worth it.
Yeah. How is this? I know also. How was this past? We haven't had you on since the football season ended, but overall, how do you think this your senior year went in this fall?
You know, other than football, I feel like it went football went good, but other than football, like me hanging out with my friends, really getting closer with people, that went really good. And the football aspect of it, outside of football, but the football aspect of the fall, I feel like it for me, didn't go the way we expected, of course, but I just got closer with a lot of people and just overall it was a pretty good fall.
Let me ask you this: how much will you remember the Howell game this past year?
Oh, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. I'm gonna remember everything about it.
Like to come out the way that you did there was, is that probably the most memorable game that you've had in your football career?
Oh, most definitely. I remember almost pretty much every play about that game. Like I usually constantly replay the plays in my head, and it's usually the plays from that game. So I'm definitely gonna remember them that one for a while.
Yeah. Um, to let's see, just to be a part of that. And I know the season was not, the way that you wanted it to go. What does it mean to be a part of the Heartland program? To kind of, I know the season was a challenge with a new head coach, a new offensive scheme, a lot of new stuff. Not just with the football team, but a lot with the school, with the new AD, new principal, and all that. What was it like to getting used to all the changes that you've had your senior year?
Yeah, for the most part, there were good. There were good changes. Like, biggest thing with all the changes, you just gotta have trust. Like, trust the process, trust everything. And I feel like that's what I had a lot of trust this year. So I feel like that's really all I can do is just trust what I believe in and just trust the process, and it's all gonna turn out.
What does football mean to you?
It means a lot. Like, watch football like every weekend. The Lions, Notre Dame. I watch like all that, and football's just been my life ever since I was a little kid, watching it with my dad, playing it on Madden. Just I really love football.
Yeah. Yeah, if you didn't know, James is a massive Notre Dame fan.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it's also your dad is also a massive Notre Dame fan, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, so like, um, how many have you? Okay, I must ask this. Have you watched Rudy before?
Oh, of course.
Do you always cry at the end of Rudy? Because I mean, it's like I think you have to.
I mean, it's kind of a given, man. You kind of it's a great movie.
Yeah. Um, so what was to experience a lot of the things that you have this year. I know we're only, we're getting close to, winter break and, a new semester upon us when we get to 2024. What has this like past 4 months been like to get your senior started the way that you did?
It's been a great 4 months. Like all my friends, help me, all my friends helping me through it. My parents, just everyone, just really helping me make it be the best senior I can make it.
I know your dad is literally in the school.
Hmm.
I mean, of course he has the broadcasting class that's in there and all that. What I mean, that class has always been, a big thing, and that class has been legendary for a lot of the stuff that they've been able to do and produce. Like, what's it like to be in there and have your dad teach it?
Yeah, it's really cool. Like all the software we have, I'm pretty sure we're getting new software coming up, and just like all the things we have to be able to make these videos is just really cool and neat how just we're able to do that in school.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in there. It's pretty impressive stuff. Um, okay, so going into this, this wrestling season, I know there's been a lot of potential to with this team and what it can do. Well, what do you feel like you guys got to do to accomplish the goals that you want to at the end of the year?
Well, we have our motto right now. Our motto is one goal. That's like our saying. It's like we break out to that every day of practice. And our one goal is to win the state championship, of course. And by doing that, we're pushing ourselves to be the best in the wrestling room. Coach is like on us every day, like getting us ready. He's making sure we don't take any seconds off or that we're constantly going. And I feel like that's just gonna turn out to be a good result at the end.
Yeah. Um, I know you got track season coming up, but what will I know that with all this, what will you miss about, just being on the football field and all that stuff? And have you decided what your plans are for next year?
What I'm gonna miss the most is just my friends being able to ball out with them. But yeah, next year I'm pretty set. I'm going to college. I'm probably gonna go to Bowling Green just for academics and just live out my life.
Absolutely. All right. James, thanks for the time as always.
Yeah,
See you soon.
talk to you soon.